Okay, so we are recording. Um, I want to start off by saying that I'm super excited and proud and happy that we promoted this month as a team. And I know it took a lot of changing and self-reflecting and finding things that we were doing wrong personally and not relying on our team to do. So that's a really big step, and I'm proud of y'all. But second, everyone is so close to like the next step. It's unreal. I mean, like the fact that like the team as a whole is like less than 1,200 from Diamond blows my mind. And I know we only have like 72 hours left this month, but what's sleep? what is sleep? Um, Also, just to kind of like push a little bit, I wanted to do like a little friendly team competition. So I'm gonna give a prize to someone who enrolls the most DTs and someone who enrolls the most LCs. And they can choose from either a month's supply of keto coffee, a bottle of hair, skin, and nails, or a Thermophytex. So, and it'll be the original Thermophytex, and it'll be the original hair, skin, and nails, just so no one's blindsided. And first come, first serve, whichever one picks whoever they want first. So that'll be our little competition, and you can relay that message to the people under you. Um, and yeah, we'll just go from there, and we'll roll that over into like this time next month. So like May 27th, I'll cut that off, and we'll do that. Um, Aubrey, can you go ahead and give everyone the rundown about the stuff that was announced last night?
Yeah. Okay. So there's like a lot going on at the end of this month. So we can always like text it in the group chat afterwards. But so to start off, it's 50% off for new DTs. So just remember they're still getting all the same things, except we're not doing the $50 credit anymore. So they get the 7 samples online, and then they are still allowed to get the $15,000 bonus, $150 bonus. So they're literally paying half for getting everything they would normally get. So that's like huge, especially at the end of this month. Good time to like really start enrolling to get ready for next month. And then we got BOGO, so buy one get one free for our keto coffee and skinny brew. So they can buy one get one free for that. Then we got a new product, which is huge. It's the Thermophyte X, except it's a newer one. So they put jalapeno pepper in it to help, and caffeine, extra caffeine. But they put jalapeno pepper in it to help achieve and maintain like burning as it's inside, obviously. And the retail for that is $67, and if you're a loyal customer, it comes down to $39.95. So make sure we're getting those prices right. And then lastly, it is still free shipping for all LCs over $99 through the end of this month. So
Awesome.
Why they had to do $39.95? You couldn't make that shit 39. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
All the other products are an even number. You couldn't keep that one an even number too?
I don't think so. We can't have convenience, y'all. They can't give us everything. Speaking of like the half off to join, I've shared this once before, and I think it was like the end of March, the last time we had a half off. But I'm going to share with y'all my reach out message. And obviously, I don't sound like this when I talk to them. I sound a little bit more excited, but I tell them right now it's $49 to sign up. It's usually $100. After you sign up, you get your own website, $150 in free sample products that you can literally turn around and sell for fast cash or use them to promote your business. Plus, you'll get one-on-one mentoring with me and top income earners who make over $60,000 a month. And again, you get all of that for $50 one-time startup fee. After that, I start teaching you what to do and we start working together. And then you just start making an income all from your phone. Let me know what you think. I only have 5 spots and want to save one for you. I can type that up and put that in the chat after this. But I always like whenever because I've had people, whenever I send that, say like, well, why only 5 spots? I tell them that's the amount of people I can train in a week. So that way, like whenever it does come time like for them to start training people, they're not like, so do I only enroll 5 people? Like, no, sister girl, if you want to enroll 25 people, like I'd love to see you do it. So that's that. But like speaking of enrolling people and getting people started, Caitlin is our mass person enroller. And if she is available, I'd love for her to get on and talk about how she double promoted and time managed while having little babies.
Okay, so I have 2 kids and I work. So it is really hard for me to find time, but I started waking up 30 minutes early. I go to bed 30 minutes later. That gives me a full hour. There's very rarely time in the day for me to sit down for a full hour, but I do it in increments, and that really helps. But one of the main things for like LCs is I just make it super simple for them. Like I don't ever send a product list. I kind of ask them like their wants and their needs, and then I'll recommend the 2 best products I think for them. And I don't know if that's the right way to do it, but that's how I've gotten a bunch of LCs. When I first started, I would send them a bunch of products, and I felt like it overwhelmed them, and they just like stopped responding. So that's how I do that. And then I know it can like get really stressful, but if you do that list every day and you just break it up, like, okay, when I first wake up, I'm going to follow 50 people and message 10, and then I'm going to go about my day, and then at lunch I'm going to do unfollow whatever, message again. Like if you just, I do it in 3 spots a day: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If y'all are home all day during quarantine, like do as much as you can do. But if you start to feel overwhelmed, just like take a break and be like, I'm gonna do this much this for an hour, this much for 10 minutes, and this much for 30 minutes before I go to bed. But don't ever go to bed with unread messages from people, because I find that if you go to bed by the morning, they've decided not to spend money.
Yep.
So always finish before you go to bed.
Love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's awesome. Okay, so like kind of what she was saying, how she doesn't send the product list because it can, like confuse people and stuff, y'all. Simplicity is success. Like being as simple and dumbing things down is like the easiest way I can tell you to be successful. And what like an example of that is like a confused mind is always going to tell you no. So like when you're talking about pricing and stuff, a lot of times it's like when you tell people, well, the retail price is 65, but I can get it to you for 36, but that's, only if you sign up for 3 months. Now you're throwing a lot of numbers their way, and now they're confused. And so they're 9 times out of 10 going to either take a step back and like not talk to you, or they're just going to be like, well, I don't know. I'd rather just do it one time. Like there's just a lot of numbers. So dumb it down, make it simple. And that's like my little tip there. The things that I did this month, obviously doing the checklist that we send, but like on top of that also, whenever Grayson gets home, like I spend time with him because I don't see him during the day. He's working still like 10 to 12-hour days. So when he does come home, I want to spend the time I can with him. So after he goes to bed, I stay up until I literally fall asleep with my phone in my hand, because I can do that now because I have nothing else to do when I wake up. So I can wake up at 9 a.m. and start my day because quarantine, who cares? So that's kind of like what I think really pushed me into making the sales that I did and being the leader that I was, is just because I had that amount of time. But everyone's time is different. Everyone's schedule is different. I have no kids. And so that I know like is a blessing, honestly. And that's my opinion. But work it how you can, like make your schedule what works for you. And like Caitlin said, like don't wear yourself out, and find the time that you need to take to like take a breather. Like me going out to the lake is like my time to like sit there and soak up some vitamin D, and I like respond to messages as I get them while I'm out there, and then I come home and I work like we are right now. Like we Zoom in, and then we're about to hop off the Zoom, and I'm gonna go back to messaging. And I try, like if I know y'all, I'm not lying. If I know like Lauren is sending out 150 and Lauren has over 11,000 followers, I'm sending out more than 150 messages. And knowing now that like Lauren is doubling her list, I'm tripling my list. There's just no other way for me to expect to get the same results as Lauren if I'm doing what Lauren's doing with half the followers. not even half, like a third, like a smidge of the followers that Lauren has. So constantly grow your following, constantly make sure, like as you're sending out messages, that those people are following you back. And again, just stay relevant, stay posting, and stay consistent. Consistency is what's gonna always win. Anyone have any questions, comments, concerns?
Can I add something?
Yeah, of course.
So all of us know, obviously, like I was really slow to get off, but like in the last like week and a half or so, I've signed 2 DTs and like 9 LCs, I think. And I was just gonna say, like, I sent the message that I sent to the people to enroll those LCs on Facebook to Lauren, and Lauren was like, I would never say that to anybody. But like, that just goes to show, like we were talking about last night, like what works for Lauren might not work for all of us. So I'm just gonna like share what I sent. But I like my message, basically, y'all were talking about like not overwhelming people. I literally picked one product. I picked the Thermify X, and I messaged like 100 people on Facebook one day, 100 people. And I was like, hey, I have been challenged by my director or upline or whatever I said to sell 24 Thermify X in 24 hours. I can't remember the exact message, but basically was like, I would love your support. I'm working really hard to reach this goal, and it would mean everything to me and my family if you would support. And so literally like all 9 of those sales came out of that 100 messages.
And that's a really good ratio. And everyone's ratio is different, but like honestly, for you, like jumping back in this, like as soon as you have, and making that amount of progress in a short amount of time is amazing.
Yeah. So I was just like, I mean, like, not that that would work for everybody, but if you've tried to just do the random message, like, hey, I work for a health and wellness company. We have this type of product. Do any of these interest you? Like, if that's not working for you, pick a product, pick the coffee, because it's BOGO right now, and just focus on that one product. And like, especially, I mean, I feel like Facebook is a little bit more, I'm not going to say intimate, but like most people's Facebook friends are not just like so random like Instagram is, you know what I mean?
For people you actually know or could know.
Right. Yeah. Or like people that know you through someone else. Like, so I feel like if you do that on Facebook, people are like more likely to support, you know?
I agree with that. Thank you for sharing that, honestly. I want to also kind of add on to that real quickly. Whenever you are sending messages, like especially during this like crazy time that we are dealing with right now, make sure in some form or fashion you kind of slide in that message, you know, like, hey, like I'm doing this, whatever. And then at the end you could say, I hope you and your family are safe at this time.
Right.
And that way, like, they know you're not trying to be insensitive. Like, you're literally just working. And so, like, that's kind of what I found that I add on to the end of my messages. And honestly, even if people don't have the money to buy, they literally respond at least. And they're like, yeah, me and my family are good. Hope yours is too. And honestly, like, at least I know that means, like, they're interested. They're watching. So I'm setting myself up. I'm planting my seeds. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to throw that in there. Because, you know, like, we've had people tell us that people are kind of coming at us about being insensitive or whatever the case may be. And we know that's not true. And we're literally just trying to make a living. And we're so blessed, y'all, to work for a company that's allowing us to do that. Like, do you know how many people lost jobs? Like, how high the unemployment rate is now? And how high it's going to stay, because some people aren't going to be able to go back to their jobs because they don't have the money to. Like, we are so lucky and so blessed, and I just want to make sure, like, y'all know that and don't lose sight of that. I know times
I just don't really understand, like, how that could come off as insensitive. Like, I mean, I guess, yeah, this is, like, a difficult, crazy time, but, like, more than anything, I would think it would be received well because I'm offering you a way to make money.
Because there are people who do have the capability to work from home, but they're not like broadcasting it, you know? Like, I know my friend Wendy, she was able to go and work from home, but it's not like she put anything about that on her social media. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and not that she would consider it insensitive, but some people are just like, you don't know me. You know what I mean? Like, it's not insensitive. They're trying to find a way to cut you down and make you feel like what you're doing is wrong.
Right.
Because people are just locked up in their house and they're going crazy.
Yeah.
And I have learned, y'all, like, speaking of insensitive, when you're messaging people, and if there's someone you haven't been like interacting with, don't start off by offering them like fat burning shit. Because they are going to take that personal. They're going to take that as you're telling them to lose weight. That is insensitive, just a little bit. Like, if the product does burn fat, like, maybe say that last. Talk about all the positive things the other product does do. Like with the TFX, it gives you all that energy, and you're going to burn twice the calories that you would even if you're not working out. Like, saying like burning calories is so much better than saying burning fat. Does that make sense? Same thing with the coffee. Yeah, the coffee's going to burn a crap ton of fat and put your body in fat burning mode. But instead of saying put your body in fat burning mode, tell them that it's going to like speed up your ketosis. It's going to boost your metabolism. Get them interested in things like that without using the word fat. And if you need help with any of that, look for the product information on your website. And if you have newer girls under you, and Monica, I know you're also kind of new, I'm going to share my screen real quick. Come on. Can everyone see this? Okay.
Yes.
Great. Okay. So obviously, like right here, this breaking news tab is the first thing that's going to show up when you log into your office, your eSuite. And if you ever have any questions about what kind of deals are going on or the small print that's going on with the deals, it's all right here. So if one of your uplines or like people isn't answering you quick enough, you can always go here and always relay that to your girls that are underneath you, because like we all have lives, we all have things going on, and that's fine. We just need to start teaching our people who are new, like the resources that we already know we have. We need to set these girls up for success. Something else I wanted to share with y'all, I know that me, Haley, and Caitlin are doing this. We are offering a hand frother to anyone who is buying coffee for us. And I just wanted to show y'all how cheap they are. They're literally like $3, $6, and even this one that doesn't look as cheap is, $13.
I just sent one for $6 today for Front. Well, I have Prime, but I wanted it to get it. It'll be there like Tuesday. So
right. And so like what I'm doing is if they buy it, I ask them if they did like the 5 to 10 day shipping or whatever. Cause like Haley's saying, if they did like the short-term shipping, I'm going to do my best to send them like a 2-day shipping for the frother. Because what we have been finding, y'all, is that, Caitlin's not here anymore. I'd get her to tell the story cause I'll probably mess it up. But basically Caitlin had a customer and she decided that she wanted to cancel completely because, she didn't like the coffee. And Caitlin asked her if she had a hand like mixer or anything like that. And the girl was like, no. And Caitlin was like, well, it's a game changer. And like, we should like look into getting you that. But the girl was just already so disapproved. Like she just canceled. And like, we can offer them that as much as we can. Like, hey, like whenever you get your coffee in, you should use it with a hand mixer or a blender. But like, I feel like us doing this, like sending out a little $6 hand frother is going to really show them like it's going to up their coffee game.
Yeah, because it is like poo-poo if you mix it with a fork. It's terrible.
I was gonna say too, like adding on to that, I just feel like also like if you're really taking the time to show your like customers that like you care, that like it works really well for them, they're gonna continue to come back and they're gonna continue to like tell more people about you. Like personally, we learned that a lot in like cosmetology, obviously. And so like I've really brought it into like doing this. But like if you're showing, like if you're sending your customer like, hey, like let me send you a free hand mixer so I can make like such a difference in your coffee. Like they're gonna see so much that you like care about them and their coffee and like things like that. It's just gonna spread. Like it spreads like fire.
That's right.
So
that's right.
How much is the actual It Works hand mixer?
$10.
Okay, never mind.
And we also don't get any volume from it.
Okay. Yeah, that's a no.
That's like one of the things also that I wish that I could like reach out to them and suggest, like the fab wrap that literally goes with the applicator. That's $5. Why can't I get like 2 volume?
Right.
2.
Right.
Like, that's $10. Why can't I get 5 volume? clothes that I buy, y'all, I want some volume for some clothes, you know? Like, you know how much, like, but at the same time, like, I can see why they wouldn't. I get it.
Yeah.
Well, I literally sat down. This is a side note, but I literally sat down and talked with Jalen last night. He was like, dang, you're like really getting serious about this. And I was like,
The queen.
yeah, I mean, I guess like I've just seen that like if I work, it's gonna pay off or
Yeah.
whatever. And I was like, literally, when I get like my first Ruby paycheck, I'm taking the whole thing and like putting it in the bank and like cashing it and putting the cash like under our mattress to
Oh,
save
yeah.
for conference. Like
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to conference next year.
You
Like
have to.
go ahead and line up babysitters now. Like I'm going. And he was like, I'm down with that. Like he was like, shit, just start making enough money so we can all load up and go.
There you go, Mama. There you go. I love his
But seriously, like it's crazy that it's only like May-ish, almost May, and like I'm already like looking forward to conference.
Conference is a game changer, and I've sat behind twice and watched these people go to conference and just come back with like a fire. Like even Aubrey, when Aubrey came back from conference, like that's when she started signing DTs, and like it was just crazy to me. Like seeing like this stuff happen, and it's just like, oh, I want to be there so bad. And like
I'm trying to stay in the Malibu Barbie dream house next year.
But no, it's something that I'm definitely going to be pushing for, and I'm even just going to set it up to be taken out of my commissions. And it's not like it was a money thing anyways. It was always like a schedule conflict. Like that's like
yeah, for sure
season. So
I was only having a baby 3 days later, so
right.
no big deal. But okay, so before I let y'all go, I know that Aubrey and Hannah are our sideline sisters, but I'm so glad that y'all are here. It makes me so excited because y'all are just some of my favorites, and y'all bring such a good light already into the team, and I love that. So thank y'all for showing up. And
love you.
I love you. And what are y'all pushing for, Hannah, Aubrey?
I'm gonna push for Ruby.
Okay.
I'm like saying like F it. I'm pushing for Emerald. Like
hey, that's awesome because even if you don't hit that, at least you know you're gonna hit Ruby.
Right.
So if you're aiming for something higher, what do they say? If you shoot for the moon, you'll land amongst the stars. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Monica, I don't care what you say, like you're going Ruby. Like that's happening. We're making that happen in May.
For sure.
You're going Ruby. You're gonna get a $500 check. It's happening. Savannah is so freaking close to Ruby by herself. It blows my mind, y'all. Girl has over 9 volume. She just needs 2 more girls. Like 2 more girls. And 50% off to join, Savannah. Boo Boo, when we hop off here, I want to see a Boom DT tomorrow.
I'm literally about to say, I know like executive is not even like really a rank anymore, but I'm literally 10 sales away from executive.
And that's awesome. That's so awesome. And Miss Marissa, I'm gonna need you to go Ruby. I'm gonna need that to happen, boo boo. Y'all, Marissa has been working like every freaking day, like even during quarantine. So keep her in your thoughts and stuff. Because I know homegirl is exhausted. And Haley's gonna be Emerald. Haley's gonna be Emerald before May's over. So like Haley has the volume, y'all. It's insane. It's insane. This whole team is insane, and I'm like so proud of every single one of y'all. So thank y'all for hopping on.
And you're gonna be Diamond.
I'm gonna be Diamond. Oh my god, y'all! I would literally shit a brick if I hit Diamond like fucking Thursday at 11:59 and got that bonus.
I would be so happy for you.
Okay, so Allie, we basically almost have the volume for Diamond.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have are you charted?
Yeah.
Wait, no shit. Like you're already charted?
Mm-hmm.
So what, you just need volume?
I just need volume.
How much you need?
1,200.
Less than 1,200, but Haley made a sale and Monica made a sale, and I haven't checked those out yet. So
okay.
I don't know.
That's insane. I didn't realize you were already charted.
Yeah.
I'm pushing for you.
Hey girl, I'm pushing for you. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, bye.
Bye.